Hallo, ik ben de Mansterr en welkom terug bij The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We zijn er weer. De vorige keer hebben we hier van alles gedaan. We hebben even met Molly gepraat en we zijn nog steeds op zoek naar Dandelion. We moeten met Marabella praten en die is die kant op. En dan moeten we nog in dat huis zien te komen. Waar wij vorige keer niet in mochten. Maar we gaan kijken. Ik ga lekker... Oké, dat... Oké. Ja. Whoopsie. Dat was niet heel handig, hè? Ik dacht, weet je, ik neem even een shortcut, maar dat is niet zo heel handig. Ik kan wel zeggen dat het niet handig is. Maar fijn. Dat was het dus niet. Maar goed, weet je. Nou, kom maar door. Ik wacht, ik zit hier al een tijdje. Ik had al lang 500 keer rond kunnen lopen. Om bij Marabella te kunnen komen. Marabella. Marabella, Italia. Goed, zo. Nou, gaan we nu gewoon deze kant op. Geld. Tenminste, ik zeg op geld, maar ik deed het natuurlijk zelf. Goed. Marabella is deze kant op. Toch? Even kijken hoor. Nee, dan ga ik weer omhoog. Wacht even. Moet ik hem ook? Hallo jongetje. Ik heb ook even wat mijn skill points een beetje bijgewerkt. Kijk even. Hier zo. Kijk. Een beetje aangepast. En een nieuw dingetje toegevoegd. Dus. Dan weten jullie van. Ik wil even met Marabella praten. En dat is een beetje deze kant op. Daar is een tavern. Ah, hier is Marabella. Wat is dit? Oh, nou, dat ziet er aardig uit.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after. Why not? Let's put him. I think we're in for rain.
Oh, wat? Wait until the session is over. Ik denk dat ik even dan ga mediteren. Zo. Oké.
Mum says that if he but catches a cough, he's as good as in the grave. This one's got a fever.
Marabella.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. He perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe. No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry? Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lava bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry. See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Oké, ze ziet er moe uit. Maar ja, dus, zo zie ik er ook heel vaak uit. Hé, waarom is dat rood? Oké, lekker. Oké. Waarom moest ik dat hebben? Ah, fijn. Rechtdoor. We gaan proberen in dat huis te komen. Waar kom ik dan op? Deze kant. Oeh, nee, oh, niet deze kant. Zo.
Let's dance.
Wat nou weer? Oh, dan pak ik mijn zilveren zwaard natuurlijk, dat is niet heel handig. Hier, hoppa. Oh, ik kan niet... Oh, ho. Auw. Zo, ik stootte mijn voetje op. Jezus hem. Oh, nou ja. Goed, hallo. Oké. Nou. Ja, maskers hebben die handjes op. Er is er nog één. Die heb je hier doodgemaakt, of? Even kijken. Ah, fijn, we gaan door. Nou ja, poesje. Niet zo blazen. Nog meer? Jezus. Pathetic. Oh, jezus. Heerlijk. Oh. Hoppa. Aanpak jullie. Een beetje het gemene districtje hier. Arme lui en... Kijk dan. Sorry, ik ben even benieuwd hoor. Er is een sidequest hier. Boven mij. Of hierin. Of... Nou fijn, ik... niet te veel afgeleid zijn. Dat komt laatst nog wel hierin gaan. Waarschijnlijk. Dus... We gaan eerst gewoon lekker door. Ik weet niet waarom de game met een rondje liet maken hier doorheen. Maar voor mij ook gewoon... Maar fijn, maakt niet uit. Maar afijn. Goed, hoe komen wij bij Rosa var Attre? Hallo.
Frank, we ain't looking for no witcher.
Ja, dat weet ik. Find a way into the violet villa. Attre, sorry. Hier staat ook iets opgeschreven, hè? Kan ik dat bekijken? Nee, dat kan ik niet bekijken. Ik zou zeggen een beetje via een achterdeur, maar... Je kan hier naar beneden. Ga aan de kant, viezerd. Mooi beeld. Oh, niet naar beneden vallen zeg. Jezus, ik viel echt bijna naar beneden. Ho, ho, zo. Oh, je legt iemand dood te wezen? Love letter, oh jee.
Interesting.
My darling Rosa, from the first moment I set eyes upon you that fateful evening at the Vagel Buds, my heart has only beaten for you. I can't eat or sleep. My master threatens to terminate my apprenticeship, and I don't even know if you remember me. Albert Vengelbud introduced us near the roasted captain table. I happened to be eating one when I saw you. It stuck in my throat, and I started to choke, and you laughed. Oh, how sweetly, how brightly you laughed. That marvelous sound still fills my ears to this day, and I live in the hope that it will be given a chance to hear it once more. I beg you, meet with me, even if for just a moment, just a second. I will wait by the well in Gildorf every day at dusk. If you care for the life of a poor lad fallen hopelessly in love with you, I take pity and come. Take pity and come. Do not torture me with eternal waiting. Yours truly, devoted admirer, Gilbert Blythe. Oké, apart. Inderdaad. Die gewoon eens even naar beneden gooit. Die man. Hé, wat is dit?
You fancy men like me? Whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, sugar puss.
It's Lady var Attre to you. And I'd advise you to sod off.
Hallo.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa var Attre would train with random clods calling themselves sword masters? No. The var Attres demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room. Now.
As you say, miss.
Zo. Loop maar door hoor.
Hope you realise what you've gotten yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss. You'll learn the habit. Follow me.
Zo, even een sprintje. Zo.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Oh, kijk eens. Netjes hoor. Boven die broek. Nou, Rosa, kom maar. Oh.
Damn it.
Hi.
Stop flaunting and fight.
Hop, huppa.
Damn it! Well fought. You're much better than the last one.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you?
Dat klopt niet
And
echt.
how on earth did you get in?
Ja, inderdaad.
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Het is heel vaag, maar...
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship.
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Oké, daar gaan we weer. Kom maar. Oh, ik stopte zo even in de bakkers.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Why bother with two swords when you can barely handle one?
Nou, dat zei hij. Je hebt hem nog niet geraakt, lieverd. Hoppa.
Stop flaunting and fight. Damn it! Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Sorry, gotta say no. Schedule's packed just now.
As you wish. What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Attre, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden.
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Can someone please explain what this is all about? Which of you met with Dandelion?
No need to get angry, instructor. I'll explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet.
And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Changing subjects. Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf. Edna! What? You needn't pretend he followed convention. Remember when he took us to the cemetery?
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course.
This woman. Not a local, right?
I seem to remember him praising her melodious Kaviri accent.
Makes sense. He referred to her as Bayonetta a few times. Bizarre names are common in Kavir.
Gotta ask Zoltan about this Bayonetta. Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again.
Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Sorry, Rosa. Afraid I can't at the moment.
Farewell then. Oh, payment for your time.
Sorry Rosa, dat gaan we eens even niet doen mee. Nee, oké. Nou. Ik dacht het houten zwaard ook nog bij. Nee toch? Zal wel. Naartoe. Oh nee, dat heb ik niet. Keurig. Oké, dan gaan we naar Zoltan. Terug. Kan ik hier even overheen springen toevallig? Ja hoor, keurig. Hoos. Zo. Moest je even leggen. Mooi tentje zo dit. Fijn. Ja, wij gaan door. Hij wil dat ik hier overheen spring? Oh nee, wacht. Ja, dat kan best, maar... Zal best. Ik vind die muziek hier ook zo leuk, joh. Dat is nou echt muziek om lekker 's avonds te luisteren en aan slaap te vallen. Keurig. Pakjes. Iemand de zijt geweest. Oh, dat is die vent. Da-da-da. Goed. Shady individual. Oh! Goed, terug naar Zoltan. Zoltan.
How are you keeping, Bobby? Miss your Zoltan, you old bum? What's this? Haven't even drunk her water? Naughty bird. Now repeat. Savory crackers.
Wat?
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? Sure to start talking any day now.
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up, put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with their own cage.
How could you resist?
Couldn't he? 'Tweren't possible. Ah, but dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, no much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. Not seen hiding or hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pick-up lines. Of dubious worth.
Let's hear him. I'm all ears.
I know how he wooed a lass studying natural history. Asked her about the habits of trolls. You know where he went with the cook from the Passiflora? The Oxenford-Novigrad Road, which is just now being repaired. He had to stare for hours as labourers crushed boulders into cobblestones. Tried to pass it off as a romantic outing. I don't know about human woman, but that would bore a dwarven lass to tears. He's growing old, that poet of ours.
Maybe. Or maybe he did all that for a reason.
Sounds like you found something out.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. The laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Zoltan.
Geralt.
Dat spreek ik wel, nee.
Saw burning pyres when I arrived in Novigrad.
Yes, Felicia Corey, a sorceress that was. The crowd came for the other burned that day. And Doppler, crafty wee bugger who'd spent years masquerading as Chappelle, commander of the Temple Guard. It was Caleb Menge who exposed him, executed him, and promptly took his post.
Met that Doppler years ago, just after he'd assumed Chappelle's identity and form. Wasn't all that surprised when the Church of the Eternal Fire turned tolerant of freaks, opened up a bit to magic and mages.
Well, that's all changed now. Every mage who came here seeking refuge is now caught in it.
Novigrad doesn't seem like a safe place anymore. What's keeping you here?
I was keen on starting my own enterprise, but nothing came of it. Nevertheless, I took on some debt. Got to pay it back now. I'd like to blame it on the war or human treachery, but the truth is, I've got my own thick skull to blame. Rather not dwell on it, Geralt, if you don't mind.
Nice talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
Oké, maar ik denk dat we dit de volgende keer gaan doen. Voor mij is het niet een hele lange episode, maar ik moet eten. Dus helaas. Maar goed, ik hoop dat je het leuk vond. Duimpje omhoog en tot de volgende keer. Dag hoor.